We back at it. We back at it. We back at it. We back at it. Look, when I was in the store earlier, right? Um, this baby was in a cart. I went to check out. I was going to check out. Now it was a black dude talking to a white dude about some sports and shit. Which of course, you know what I'm saying, it's the only thing they only can relate about. You know. I'm well jumping in, but you just gotta pay attention to your environment. Of course, you gotta pay attention to your people and shit. You know what I'm saying? I know people for sure pay attention to me, so I do the same shit, right? Um, so I took over his spot, getting in line. Now I don't know if the baby was saying it was like he was like, nigga. He didn't say the whole thing. I don't know if he was trying to say, but when he was seeing me, he was like, nigga. He was smiling, then he was just like wasn't smiling, just like certain babies and shit. So I didn't pay no attention after, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't paying no attention. I just, you know what I'm saying? I don't harm babies and shit or look at babies to be guilty of Caucasian white baby. I don't look at white babies to be guilty of Caucasian crimes, although they will grow up living a lie and shit. But as I'm checking out my stuff, he said he was looking at me and said it again. Nah, because I didn't know he was looking at me. But I turned. No, it was the grandma that was like. It was the grandma that was like. Oh, I ain't know that was coming out here and shit. It was the grandma that was like talking about telling them to stop. You know what I'm saying? That's what threw me off. So I'm like, she was like, stop. And I'm thinking like, I know you're not saying this. So I asked her like, did your baby did that baby just call me the N-word? I had to ask her ass this shit. And she like, no, he didn't say that. No. I'm like, that's what it sounded like. Cause I didn't think it, like, cause I'm like, why is she telling them to stop talking? You know, that's just like, so I'm like, man, who this how y'all raising this baby? And she like, no, this is my God. I'm like, I'll fuck him up. I was mad as hell. It got quiet in there. It got quiet in there, like, but that be the thing, man. Like, people be wanting us to sit back and just be like relaxed. And I fuck up the vibration. I fuck shit up. Like when you not about to, y'all, they don't get it. Like some of us, one of us, just one individual black man, one individual black woman, we can change a frequency or throughout. We can make a motherfucker expose themselves. It wasn't the baby. I'm like, who the fuck is raising? I'm like, who raised this? How y'all raising them? This how y'all raising them? She said, this is my God, baby. I don't know. She said, I don't know what they doing. This how I know they be this how we know they lie. This how we know they lie. And I'm like, oh, I'll fuck them up. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to just say, like, I was so irritated. I done messed up my skin and shit. I got pissed. But I wasn't gonna fuck up the baby. I'm talking about the godparents and shit, the parents of the child. Like, but my feelings don't be hurt. My feelings be like, move to the side. Here come the anger. And it be the thing. It's like you Caucasians is still like don't get it, but y'all do get it at the same time. This is why you have to live a life. I'm not talking about the ones who at peace with themselves, who finding themselves. You still got to speak. Even for y'all still have to speak up too. You don't have to speak up for us. You just have to speak against the wrong that your people do. You don't have to speak up for us. We go do that. We go do that. We just need you to speak up because we got ones who raising kids still, and then this internet fake shit. I actually meant to add an extra title to this. I was noticing shit like I talked about this before. Um, like it's this fake, peace that existed. It never existed. Because if it existed back then, it would still exist now. Like, yeah, we have moments and times where we can be in a party, in a after party, where it's whites and blacks, ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a party. It's not nothing. It's not, you know. But even in a college, getting education, it can be in that, which is, it can be good. But it's like that's not like the broad. It's not a broad thing, and then plus. Like okay, let me get to what I'm about to say. Like Facebook, I'm just noticing, like, I've been noticing this shit, like interracial relationships. And then with Carmelo Anthony, the young 17-year-old that defending himself against the twin Metcalf, right? And then we have some twins that just came up, another pair of twins. And it's funny how all this shit like just correlate. Like, we had twins. They was like, these was the first twins, young black twins that came up missing. Then they remains end up being found. Then the guy, they found out who did it. You know what I'm saying? It was a white man, of course. And then you had the situation with Carmelo Anthony after that, which was in Texas. These are all different states. And then another set of twins came up missing. So it's like social media was so loud about the Carmelo Anthony. They were so loud about him defending himself. They so loud they want him to be locked up. They don't want him to be free because it's gonna give young black men to be like, wait a minute, our people still they gonna be like, I thought black people been through this already. That was a wake up call. That was a wake up call. But when it comes to other stuff that goes on, like the 10-year-old boy who got ran over by a cracker, by a devil, ran him over, went back around the corner, right? Went back around the corner. This shit just happened. Went back around and they protesting. Black people not fucking around in the South, bro. Anywhere, but he went back around, picked up his mirror, and then they say he left. He ain't even stop. And no feelings for the child or nothing. No feelings for the life he took. This how you know. This is why we say, like, everybody ain't got no soul down here, bro. You got to have a soul in order to feel, in order to cry, in order to... Because if I run a white person over, or a white kid, if I ran anybody over, bro, I'm going to be fucked up. I'm going to be fucked up. Like, damn, I just killed somebody. Damn. This how you know, like, this is be like, it's a spiritual war. It's physical and it's spiritual. Ain't no way you can just run over a baby, a kid. Even when I'm driving fast, bro. You got black people who probably did that shit, but they felt guilty though, because they got a soul. If you got a soul, you gonna feel guilty of not coming back me like, damn, or you go come. But even like white people get guilty too, like the lady, she an elder, she got guilty of the Emmett Till after all these years. Got guilty. You know what I'm saying? So but it's like it's only guilt because you being hunted. Us naturally black people, we not about to just do some shit, bro. We probably do some shit to each other on some personal shit. But as far as like any innocent person, even if it's to each other, it's gonna be like to a point like where it's like we don't supposed to be living like this. Because you go to jail and then you see how you treated in there. and you see, yeah, you see all other man of races in there too, and then you see how you still get treated more, just how you do out here. You still get treated with the worst treatment. You still get the shitty end of the stick. You got to be the one who got to get the bullshit machine. Like just at these jobs, you got to be the one to get the bullshit machine, and they got to watch you work. And when you go figure out how to work that shit, and they go be surprised that you, and the whole time though, this is how history always been. We always the history of us being integrated. We always get this shitty end of the stick and end up making a patent. Our ancestors always end up making patents, inventing stuff. Everything that's in right now being used globally is from a black American, a black African American, because we originally from Africa. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about 5,000 years. We talking about, you know what I'm saying, or 5,000 plus years ago. We've been in America too. But, you know, I got to say African American because, you know, like, I represent, I ain't one of them shucking and jiving niggas and shit. I'm straight up, bro. Like, you know, I mean, everybody can have their opinion, but I feel like it's shucking and jiving because you want to be shucking and jiving for these white people. You know what I'm saying? You get a little money, you get a little dead presidents, these presidents that's on the face of the dollars that murder your ancestors. We had our own currency. Chances is they elevated people. Just like the Caucasians, they elevated their own people, but they went to war with their own people too. But I'm finna get up out of here though. I just wanted to mention that though, like, you know, like nobody don't respect us, but you gotta demand that shit when a motherfucker disrespect you in your face. Excuse my language. A child like saying that, and he didn't say it so clear. That's why I was thinking, like, I don't know if I was tripping, but I'm like, why? I know, because I thought when I got in the car, because I didn't think about it in the store, but I thought about it, I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know if I'm tripping, but then I'm like, why would she tell him to stop? Like, because he's just talking. That's what babies do. I don't know if it was like, don't talk to him, a stranger, or because I ain't never seen no parent. I ain't seen no white people do that. Be like when the baby be like waving high and shit. They don't be like stop. You know what I'm saying? So that's what maybe me like. He probably did say it. It's because of, you know, the parents he got. Because when she was like, I don't know how they raising him. This is my godson. I don't know how they raising him. I don't know how they raising him. Like, you know, so I don't think I was tripping though, because I had to hear it again, and then she said stopped again. That's when I'm like, yeah, like, but it's like I said, like my feelings ain't hurt. It's the fact like that we still be friendly with these people. Not me per se, but black people be so friendly, and it's like we gonna have. That's why we gotta divide. Just like the Bible, Jesus be like, he coming to divide. We gotta. This is exactly us. We gotta divide for some of these Negroes, man. We gotta divide for some of these black males and black girls, bro. They not fully responsible how we really supposed to be responsible, and we becoming responsible. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna just leave them hanging, but we gotta leave them hanging because you got the ones who like still gotta grow, but you got ones who like just, you know, ain't go grow. They go be kissing ass. They go be. Then we got the ones who got to event like me. I gotta do some inventing. I gotta do some creating. And then you got the ones who that gotta get supported, who are inventing stuff, or they are getting supported because they do invent. You know what I'm saying? We all gonna come together, but we gonna be divided from the ones who accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. And I'm not being funny with it because they Lord and Savior is white. They Lord and Savior is white, Caucasian, not white as in the frequency, but Caucasian white. This is their Lord and Savior. So their Lord and Savior is like, oh, Lord and Jesus died for this. But it's white Jesus that they talking about. Died for all this so we can all be in one unison. Unisons don't happen out of some false doctrine. Unisons gonna happen out of truth, and the truth hurts. And the truth gonna make you work. The truth gonna make you look in the mirror and be like, damn, I got a lot of work to do. Coming from a black person to another black person. A black person to any other ethnicity who their ancestors pillaged us, robbed the land, and your people come over here shitting on us, and you individually like, damn, this shit is crazy, but you just ain't go, because you go get outcasted, you go get outcasted. So it's like you got a role to play. You go play your role. You ain't go really believe in a religion like that, or really believe in a God like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna get up out of here though. Supposed to do this little stuff, but I'll be alright. Actually, still, what time is it? 8:45. Yeah, I'm finna be up out of here though. I ain't been reading the comments, so I'm up out of here though.